Hello, YouTube. Today I'm going to go over how to make a simple Space Invader code in MakeCode Arcade. This is really for my kids and the local Cub Scouts. We're going over Weeblo's game design, and a lot of kids really want to make video games. So the first one, this is a two-part series. The first one is the foundation. We're going to make a Space Invader, and in the Space Invader, it's going to be pretty simple. Um, a invaders in space, and the second part will be a little more complex, where we have a background, and we have scoring and many different other advanced items that will go on in the second part of the game. Finally, we will load these into a handheld device called Malbit. So with that being said, let's start designing the foundation. All right, so when we go to arcade.makecode.com, we want to start a new project. So let's start a new project. I'm going to call this Space Invader 1. Hit it. So at the very beginning, on start. So when the game starts, I want to create something. We want to go to sprites, and I'm going to start with my spaceship. So this very first sprite, we're going to give it a new variable called spaceship. And we can click on the sprite itself. And instead of creating your own like airplane or spaceship or something like that, we're just going to use a gallery. In the gallery, if you scroll all the way down, oop, I passed it too far, you can see spaceships. So this is a spaceship. So I'm going to use this and then click on the done button down here. After we create the spaceship, we have to set the spaceship in the right location on the screen. So go back to sprites again, and we have this set sprite to XY position. 0, 0 is well, first let's choose it to spaceship, and coordinates x0, y0 is this top corner. We can click on here, and then we can drag all the way down and click right there. So this is roughly bottom center. So that's good enough. Well, when it starts, we're going to set up our spaceship location, and let's play some music. Let's have a intro. And when we click on here, now we can edit and make our own music, but instead we just go ahead and use a gallery, and we use a mystery music. Let's play it real quick. Pretty cool. All right. And until done, we're going to change it to in background. So it will keep on playing as the whole game progresses, and it won't stop. So it has music and all, but this black screen doesn't look like space. So let's change it to space. So if you click on, I believe it's the scene area, we can change the effect. And let's change it to Starfield. That will give it a Starfield effect. You see all the stars coming down. Finally, right now the spaceship doesn't move. We need to give it the action that it can move. So move the spaceship with buttons. One last thing. We also need to set it to have some life. So let's set life to 3 if it doesn't have any life. There's no purpose playing a game, right? You have to have a way to play a game. All right, so even though this spaceship right now can move around, you can see me click on up, down, left, right button. It can't shoot anything. So let's shoot, make it to be able to shoot. So on the controller, let's drag this out. So when I press the button, I want to shoot a projectile. So go back to sprites. Let's scroll all the way down to projectiles. Projectiles means kind of like a bullet, something that you can shoot. We'll drag it out. So set projectile. So let's make a projectile. This time we'll use this screen right here. The bottom left corner, you can type how big the screen is. So the screen, let's say the width is 2 and the height is 4. So there's 2. Let's use color red for the top. And then for the body, let's use green. All right. So that's how the bullet's going to look like. After that, click on done. And it's going to come from spaceship. Now, what does Vx and Vy mean? That means the velocity. So X, again, that's the X coordination. Y is the Y coordination. And as you can see, it's going at an angle. Now, we don't want that. So we're going to change X to 0 because we don't want it to go sideways. All right. And Y, as you know, it increases in number as it goes down. As we saw up here, we don't want the bullet to go downwards. We want the bullet to go forward, go up. So we go negative, go 100 at its full speed. So let's look at this. If I press on the button, you can see it shoot. All right. So that is pretty cool. But what we need to also do is it needs to have some sound. So let's put music. We'll play sound in the background, and there is a pew pew sound effect. Let's try this out real quick. All right, that is pretty cool. Now we need to make the monsters. So in order to make the monster, we'll have the screen update every so often. This on game update this is half a second, but let's do it as 1 second. Every 1 second, we're going to create a monster. So every 1 second, we're going to go to sprites again, and we're going to set sprite. We're going to name this new variable. We'll call this Invader. All right. And let's choose a monster. Now we could draw one, but in the gallery, there's a lot of cool monsters. That looks like a good monster right there. And that's a bat. That's a pretty cool monster. And if I scroll a little bit down, okay, look, there's a little Godzilla right there. So that's pretty cool. I'll just choose, I don't know, this one right here. I like that. Okay. So this monster is a kind of, it's not the player anymore. I'm the player, but it is a enemy. So let's call it an enemy right there. Now, when it starts, every second, we also need to place it. So again, go to the XY coordinations right here. And we want to set the invader to somewhere along the x-axis, right? We want to start from the top, coming down. So now let's do some math. Under the math area has random. Pick random 0 to something. So I'm going to pick a random number from 0, which starts here. The x0 coordination starts here. But I also want it to span the entire screen. So I want to go from 0 to the width of the screen. So under game, nope, in scene, under scene, there is screen width. All right, so it will populate like that. Let's check it out. Let's see what happens. 1 monster, 2 monsters, 3 monsters, 4. See, every second a new monster pops up. That is pretty cool too. So when it pops up, it needs to come towards the spaceship. So how do you do that? Go under sprites again, and there is a set my enemy, which is the Invader, to follow the spaceship. All right, let's check that out. See, the monster's following me. It's going really fast. I can't kill it, but that's a little bit too fast. Let's click the plus sign right here, and then I can reduce the speed. Reduce the speed to 20. Let's check it again. Oh, that's a lot better. That's a lot easier to kill, okay? So now we need to make sure that the monsters are killed and I lose health as the spaceship. So under sprites has a function called overlaps. If two things overlap, something needs to happen. So on sprites, let's first look at the monster. If the enemy overlaps the player, what will happen? So if the enemy overlaps the player, which is the spaceship, I need to lose a life. So let's go under info, life. So I already set life to 3. We're going to change life by 1. So we lost 1 life. Now the enemy needs to disappear, right? So under sprites, there is destroy. And we're going to destroy that sprite right there. We're going to destroy the enemy sprite. So after that enemy gets destroyed and I lose a life, I think I need to have some sound, right? So let's see. Let's go to music. Let's play some sound in the background, and we'll play a crash, a small crash sound. Okay. All right. So when it comes to me, it will crash and I'll lose a life. Let's try this. So the monster is coming. I'll just see the monster crashes and I die. You could see all the hearts up there just stopped, right? But when the monster crashes into me, it doesn't look all that cool. It just disappears. So we can increase the destroy sprite function right here, and we can change it to something different. So we can have it blow up like fire, or like a halo for half a second. So let's try that real quick. All right, monster comes. Disappears like a halo right there. Or we can try fire. Let's try fire real quick. That looks pretty cool. Disintegrates. So I like that. Okay. Next one, last one is now our projectile needs to kill the monster. So same thing on overlap. So we'll put it down here. On the sprite of the projectile overlaps onto, let's say, the enemy, it kills the enemy. So let's duplicate this, drag it down here. Let's duplicate sound and drag it down here. So I want destroy the enemy. So other sprite, drag that here and delete that. So I'm going to destroy the enemy also with fire for half a second. I'm not going to play the small crash sound. I'm going to play a different sound. How about zapped sound in the background? Now, if the enemy is dead, what do I need to do? I also need to increase my score. So go to info, change score by 1. I increase my score by 1. And, oh, you know what? I also need to delete the projectile also, or else the bullet will just keep on going. Oh, let me show you real quick over here. look. It goes right through the monster. Now that's not good. So let's also remove the projectile. So go under sprite again, destroy the projectile. So the projectile is on sprite, right? You can do that. Okay. So let's check this out one more time. Look, it destroys and the projectile goes away. So also just keep on going straight. All right, and then if I hit it 3 times, I die. All right. So let's say this game needs to end, right? I can keep on shooting, keep on fighting, but when will it end? Under info, let's set on score. Let's say if we get up to 10 points, right? Up to 10 points, and the game needs to end. Game over, win. So at 10 points, it will win. Let's try this game. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. You win, 10 score. That's it, folks. Let's check out the second video for a more advanced version of this.